Hello and welcome to Crypto Invest TV. I'm your host, X8, and I'll be followed by the Underdoge. We had some technical difficulties earlier, but we got them situated, so we'll be moving forward now. So the first thing that we'll be doing is looking at the current market. So it looks like for the day, Bitcoin had a low of 32,697 with a high of 33,900. We could see it break out to 34,000 between now and midnight. The Asian markets will be opening up, and so I know that China has been having their issues, but there's still other markets that have not been impeded on whatsoever. So we might see some movement closer to midnight. Ethereum looks like they've had a bit more of a volatile day. They started out at almost 2,000 flat and reached a high of 2166. Currently sitting at 2141. Um, I think it's really good that they've been sitting above that 2100 level. I think that's a good point of support for them. I think right now, anytime we're seeing it drop, below that, it's probably a good time to buy. Moving on into BNB, um, looks like their low today was 276, and then their high so far has been 288. And they're currently sitting at about 285, 286. We know that they've been having a lot of issues here lately with cities and or not cities, but with countries and with regulators. And so I think they've been having a lot of downwards pressure because of that. But we'll just have to see how it goes. I find it rather interesting that I've been seeing so many articles going over issues with Binance in other countries like the UK. I think I saw one about Thailand or something like that. I can't remember, but it was something. It was a country that started with a T. I just can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I mean they've been getting a lot of negative press here over the past couple of days. ADA, they had some really exciting news that we'll be getting on into later. It looks like they started out the day at $1.28, topped out at $1.39, and they're currently sitting at $1.37. So I think around I think around 8 a.m. was when there was the release about the news for Cardano, and so that's why we ended up getting that big pump. And then we can go over and look at the beloved Doge. Relatively flat day, it's looking like. Um, Pretty well just staying between. They're just pretty much just bouncing in that 24 cent range. We can see they spiked up to almost 25 cents here around what was this? Around 8 o'clock in the morning as well. Um, but they've been staying relatively flat, and even if we pull them back out from before, even with that, they're still relatively flat. The farther that we pull out, if we go back out to the 1 hour chart and we go past that dip, we can see that minus this one time where we peaked up to almost 29 cents. It's been most of its movement has been in the 25 cent range. So that's where Dogecoin is comfortable right now. I think that's where we're probably going to be seeing it for a little while, but we'll just have to wait and see. How are you
I
feeling
think
about the market?
I feel the market's not doing so bad. I personally want to see it do better, but um, I mean, Dogecoin's got a good looking chart though right now. If I mean, you really look at it, it's not doing so bad right there. It doesn't look that bad. It looks like on that tail end right there, it looks like we have uptrend coming in. And I mean, personally, I feel the market isn't doing so bad. It's holding stability, I should say. You know, it's rather stable in the prices that it's at. There's not a lot of volatility, and so I mean that's good in a sense, and it can be bad. You know, like a lot of us want to see it jump. A lot of we want to see it make some money. So um, I mean personally, I feel that like we talked before, a lot of those tokens are taking a lot of the money away from the main coins. So I mean that may be a reason as to why we're seeing a stale market at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, with all the negative press that's going on right now,
Yeah, that
and
too,
you
obviously.
know, I guess you could say there is a lot of fear and doubt because we're not seeing things go up. We're seeing things stay relatively flat and then drop for a little while and then come back up to where it was before for the most part. Um, so I think it's really just starting to worry people, and so I think that's what's keeping investors from going
Well,
in as
that
heavily
and
as they
then
would have.
it's I think it's something to do with that, and then I think it's something to also do with those all that bull crap the government's trying to freaking pound into people's brains that doesn't even make sense. Like I think it's that bull crap there. That is definitely what's keeping people from trying to play in the crypto field right now, is because the government's all trying to be hibbity hoobla, big bad tough guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, so people are just kind of being really weary about what they're doing with their money right now. I feel that that's a real big reason as to why we're seeing it flat. And it kind of ties into the whole thing, with the FUD and the negative attention and stuff like that. But, I just think that that's one major reason. And a lot of people are still probably kind of pressed about Mark Cuban losing that 8 million bucks. So they're probably just really nervous about that. They seen that happen and they're like, oh yeah, nope. Like no one wants to take the chance. I mean, especially if you only got a couple hundred or a couple $1,000s to invest. Not a lot of people are willing to take the risk to lose that. Somebody who's got 20 billion or 20 million dollars sitting in the bank isn't really going to care about 8 million, because their next move after they lose 8 million could make them 10 billion.
Right.
It's just, you never know with this market. So
Yeah, you're definitely right. So we'll go ahead and
guess
we'll
we'll just have
move.
to see how it plays out, man. Let's see how it plays out.
Right. So we'll go ahead and move into our first topic of the day, which is Cardano and Grayscale.
Okay. This sounds like it might get interesting, because Grayscale is like the king of freaking cryptocurrency ETFs.
Yeah, pretty much. So Grayscale adds Cardano to its large cap crypto fund following Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink.
Woof. So that's who they chose next, huh? Was as Cardano?
Yep. So Grayscale Investments, the
Mm.
firm behind the world's top Bitcoin fund, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, added Cardano to its large cap cryptocurrency fund, Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund. What happened? According to a Friday announcement, the updated fund component um, weighings weighings for I don't think they. Anyways, for Grayscale Digital, large cap fund was adjusted by selling certain amounts of the existing components and spending the proceeds on Cardano. At the end of the
That was
day,
Weightings, by the way.
mm, well,
Yeah, that usually that just means that it's uh like a certain percentage of the holding in the ETF or something of that nature.
right. So at the end of the day, on July 1st, uh, of the fund's total asset totals. The fund's total assets became Cardano alongside 67. So 4.26% is what they have of their total investments into Cardano. Then it follows by 67.47% for Bitcoin, 25.39 for Ethereum, 1.3 for Bitcoin Cash, almost 1% for Litecoin, and then 0.86% for Chainlink. Uh, we are
These guys,
excited
man.
to welcome Cardano to our digital large cap fund portfolio as we work to ensure that our diversified fund can safely hold assets that collectively comprise 70% of the entire digital asset market.
Well, see, I like this fund. However, um, they claim it's diversified, right? It's not so much diversified as it is like maxied out for Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Like it really is 67% Bitcoin. All right, that's cool. You know, that's awesome because that's initially what they started out as, right? Was the Bitcoin and ETF, and then they moved to the Ethereum ETF, and then, you know, so forth and so on. But I feel that they should have a little more chain link and a little more Litecoin allocation in there. I feel they should also maybe have a little more Bitcoin Cash allocation as well. Either that or create a new trust fund that goes for those. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know. I just feel that there's good investments there, but having the ETF heavy weighting on Bitcoin itself is, you know, like it's not bad, but what if somebody puts 100,000 in at 60,000 and it drops 30K? Someone's going to be very upset, you know, and because
Yeah, I
those
mean,
ETFs track the prices of the coin. So I just feel that they should kind of focus on bringing, like they did great with ADA. That's an amazing move because you know Cardano is one of my favorite coins, and they got a lot of great business partnerships and they got a lot of great things in their future. But I think that they should focus on trying to bring some more allocation to the ETF with some like cheaper base currencies, like how they got Litecoin in there. They should have more allocation, you know, because Litecoin's a really cheap, you know, so you know, and it's a great coin. So people are probably putting money into it. You know? I know a lot of people that have actually put money into it.
yeah. I mean,
So it's just like, give us an ETF that has, you know, altcoins in, you know, or other coins that are, you know, like Dogecoin or
well, you know
um,
it's going to be either an extremely long time before Dogecoin, or they're just not going to do that at all. And I mean, really and honestly, unless something like really spectacular was to happen with Dogecoin, I just don't see Grayscale adding that to their trust.
well, and that's the thing here is if these people want to see spectacular things happen with Dogecoin, they need to make spectacular things happen with Dogecoin. Otherwise, how do spectacular things happen with Dogecoin if nobody makes it happen? You know, it takes two to dance here. So uh, we got to have, you know, some of these big players step up and make something good happen if we want to see Dogecoin be on a level where it could be adapted to Grayscale. I mean, the number 5 cryptocurrency in the world isn't enough, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that their market cap passed, you know, Ford market cap and held it there over 60 billion for a while. Like, come on. That's reasonable enough to say, hey, a lot of people are interested into purchasing this, or having access to it. And we'll see it in the future, obviously, and Ada's going to be one of the kings of the map here in the future, especially once these smart contracts take off. They did really good by adding Ada. That was a really great bold move.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
agree. It was a smart move on their part. I guess we'll get.
100%. Now we're going to see other companies like Fidelity and other companies like that have applied for Bitcoin ETFs. We're going to start seeing them move in the same direction at Grayscale basically.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we'll just kind of have to see how it goes moving forward. Upgrades to the Ethereum network, so I believe they're talking about Ethereum 2.0 and all that. Could turn the crypto staking into a $40 billion industry by 2025, JP Morgan says. So it says
Here we go.
major upgrade. Huh? Hey, man, Ethereum's good. It's a good thing.
Oh no, I say here we go with JP Morgan. Remember we were talking about him? How I said,
they love to flip flop.
He created his own coin, and they at first they were all against cryptocurrency, man. Like all the big banks were against it, and then JP Morgan got into the blockchain industry technology and started looking into it, created his own coin. Now here he is, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, dudes, y'all gotta realize this is gonna be a $40 billion industry. When real quick before we get into this, like, all right, John McAfee was talking about this same crap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before he died. He was telling people about how the cryptocurrency industry was, the private.
You're cutting out real bad.
He was saying how the blockchain industry and cryptocurrency industry was how the residential level was, this was their private banking system in a sense, right? And how it would generate billions of dollars. And look where John McAfee got. And JP Morgan's out here talking about it, and everybody's praising him, So it just goes to show, what side of the fence that some of these people sit on. But I mean, this is great news right here because it's the truth, and people need to hear it. This is the future right here. Not so much. Staking's going to be a part of the future, but blockchain is the future.
Yeah, there's no doubt that blockchain is going to be the future for a lot of things. So
yeah, so
it's not going to just be for finance. They're just saying major upgrades to the Ethereum network could help turn crypto staking into a $40 billion industry by 2025, according to analysts at JP Morgan. The staking industry, in which users earn cryptocurrency by putting their own tokens to validate transactions, is currently worth $9 billion. JP Morgan analysts, led by Keith Worthington, said a note on Wednesday, but the industry could grow to $20 billion after Ethereum network moves to a staking system, likely within the next year. It could then boom to the 40 billion by 2025. So essentially, they're just it's just empty topic, is what JP Morgan's essentially saying. They're just saying, yeah, once they get everything done, they're gonna, it's gonna be a, $40 billion industry. And then it says,
well, I mean,
his team also said that they see Coinbase potentially earning around 500 million a year in revenues from staking by the end of 2025. But other than that, that's pretty much all they say.
You know what Ethereum 2.0 is, right? You know what it is, right?
Well, I mean,
It's
it's
Dogeterium, bro.
you're hilarious.
I'm being dead serious. You think I'm playing, bro? But everybody keeps talking about Dogeterium, and it's been a topic for years. It's not been something that's just been created. They've actually been talking about doing something like that for at least, from what my research serves me, at least a year or so, maybe more. And dude, Dogeterium is coming to life, bro. It can make it can literally make the transaction time so much faster. So much faster.
But do you really think that Valtech would do that?
Yes, because he already said he was going to.
I mean, I can say that I'm gonna go to the store right now, but that doesn't mean that I'm actually gonna go do it.
No, but he's definitely been talking about it. So I mean,
I have high hopes. Don't worry,
I
I
do
have
too. I
hope.
definitely see the possibility of it taking place, man. It's a very good possibility. Both of them are open source, so you can just go program right on it.
Right.
And so that's great. Like combine the two, you put Doge on the Ethereum network and use that as the gas fees. What? No more $27 fee to send $2. You send one Doge. You know what I'm saying?
Well, probably 3 Doge now.
Well, yeah, probably now because of the they're up in the network, but yeah, you probably send three now, but on Dogecoin 4, it's still one.
Hey.
So, it's
Well,
pretty cool.
we'll just have to see what old Voltec does, right?
Yeah, Vitalik, Voltec. Yeah,
You didn't like that?
Voltec. Voltec. Uh, I
All right.
think I think he means well, man, and I think he's going to serve us well in the crypto space. He hasn't done anything that's really set me wrong, stirred me wrong. If anything, he's done very great things in the past couple of months. With donating all that sheep to charity and stuff like that. And that was good. That was good of him to do.
Yeah. So, moving forward, new reports place U.S. at the top of crypto-ready countries on Coinbase.
Look at that coming, baby.
Huh?
I said I saw that coming. Did you say Coinbase? Did you mean CoinDesk?
Yeah. Did I say Coinbase?
Yeah, I heard Coinbase.
Oh, oh
Uh,
well. On CoinDesk, the United States is the world's most crypto-ready country according to new research published by crypto education platform CryptoHead. CryptoHead's 2021 Crypto Ready Index considered the number of crypto ATMs in each country and their accessibility, the legality of crypto and whether banks can use it, the number of online searches for crypto related terms, uh, in circulating a crypto ready index for the 200 countries and territories. United States ranked first with crypto ready score at it looks like a 7.13 out of 10. Cyprus ranked second, and then Singapore third, both scoring under 6.50. To be sure, the study is from a limited scope, failing to touch on the number of factors that could shape the country's readiness for widespread usage of cryptocurrency, including the tax laws and wider regulation environments. According to the data collected by CryptoHead, the U.S. has 17,436 crypto ATMs, nearly 16,000 more than the second ranked country in this category, Canada. The number is growing rapidly in the US as Bitcoin ATM companies like CoinCloud rapidly expand installations. Raise, under, raise underscore uh, The raise underscores Bitcoin's increasing popularity as its means of payment. And I honestly agree with that because just over here down the road, I can actually go and buy Bitcoin at the Bitcoin ATM.
Yeah, same here. There's actually a Bitcoin ATM at the gas station down the road from me, which is wild because I live in the hood.
I'm
But
half tempted. Well, I mean, what are you gonna do? It's the perfect thing to have in the hood.
that's exactly what I was just gonna say. You completely read my mind. It's I was gonna say, like, you can steal it all you want, but you ain't getting paid.
Well, actually, I take that back because it does accept physical cash. So,
I mean,
but
it accepts physical cash, but still, you're not. Have fun getting in that thing. Have you seen the size of those things? It's like 2 ATMs in one.
yeah, I wouldn't even want to mess with that. It's hilarious how many trucks you've seen like get themselves just wrecked from trying to yank out ATMs like out of gas stations and stuff like in the middle of the night. So you can imagine when somebody tries to get crafty and take a Bitcoin machine.
You ever seen one of those? I don't know. It was a video I seen on YouTube. You might not. You may have seen it. You may not have. But these one guys were trying to steal a ATM with their Ford F-150, and they had like a chain, right? Like a heavy duty chain,
Yeah.
and they wrapped it in the center of the back axle. And this thing was like must have been bolted to the wall or something, or to the floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because when they drove forward and tried to pull it out of the store,
Yeah, I've
the
seen
whole
that. Yeah,
it pulled
yeah.
the whole entire axle right off of the truck.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, man, what idiots. I was like, why would you hook it up to the axle?
Yeah, I was dying, or what? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's what it is. It's the axle. I'm no mechanic, so don't crush me for my ignorance on what part it is. But yeah,
Well, if it was
I'm
the part
sure
that
it's the
has the
axle.
two back wheels connected to it, it's the axle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. But they also had that joint right there in the middle where the drive shaft connects too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, just the
um,
whole thing. That's it. It was hilarious
dude,
because I
yeah,
was like,
that's
how
right.
dumb are you?
Yeah, they tied it right around there and then tried to yank it and just pulled the whole axle off. And it was like, what did I just watch? I was like, you know what? That's what they get. They deserve that shit.
Right? Because don't you know they were like, oh man, now we can't even get away.
Exactly.
It'd be one
Exactly.
thing like if it had just yanked the bumper off, but instead they took off the
Woo.
whole axle, so they're done for unless they're like some super mechanics and can somehow fix that like incredibly fast.
Yeah, no, no,
Nah,
no,
they went to jail.
not, not, yeah, exactly. Oh man, that's funny though.
I
But yeah,
bet you when
these
the police
Bitcoin.
got there, I bet you they laughed their ass off.
Oh, dude, they probably did. They were probably, what in the f happened here? See, officer, we were trying to steal the ATM, but the ATM stole our axle. Oh,
Well,
dang, son.
I guess we'll move on to the next main topic of the night, which is probably one of the more interesting ones, which is NBA's Portland Trailblazers to wear crypto logo for the next 5 years. The crypt, uh,
Really?
the Trailblazers will reportedly feature the StormX logo on the team's jerseys for the next 5 years,
What?
beginning the 21 to 22 season.
Dang, son. Ooh, I better jump on Coinbase right now and go get me some StormX.
You're probably way too late now.
Oh, yeah, that thing probably just skyrocketed like a son of a bee. Holy moly, that's awesome, though, right there. Good going, StormX. Nice.
You know what's really funny is that for the longest time I wanted to buy StormX, but the exchange that I was using didn't have it.
Bro, I was literally just talking to my friend who I talked to crypto about over here, my old neighbor. where I used to live, and I was just talking to him a couple weeks ago about StormX, and me and him, I was like, "Yeah, I really want to get StormX," and he was like, "Yeah, I was thinking about it," and I was like, "Man, I don't know why I don't, have any." I was like, "I just don't know nothing really about it, so I didn't really want to invest."
Yeah,
Man,
actually, they actually really didn't get a big old pump, but no,
they will once those
StormX,
jerseys come out.
I guess StormX must not be allowed in Texas or something because it's not supported on Coinbase or on my other exchange. I don't know,
Huh, that's weird.
but
I might not be able to get it. I'm pretty sure StormX is trading on Coinbase, though.
at either rate, the NBA announced Thursday that the Trailblazers had landed the league's first jersey patch sponsorship. Woof, jersey patch sponsorship program with StormX,
No,
a
it's not.
blockchain company allowing users to earn crypto rewards by completing microtasks or shopping at global partner stores online. And then here's what the new logo looks like.
Wait, that's the new logo right there? To the
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
No, what the F is that?
This right here, what you're seeing.
Oh, the X?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was the little guy to the right. I'm like, what the
No.
I was like,
That's
what?
Cointelegraph. Oh my lord, you're killing me.
Oh, I was like, the little guy in the circle? I'm like, no way. Why would they change to that? That don't even have nothing to do with StormX.
No,
But
no.
StormX is not tradable on Coinbase.
Nope. It's not tradable on
Actually,
Coinbase. It's
it
not.
actually looks like it had a really big dump, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, if you look at where they were at the beginning of the week on the, or yeah, like over here, like if you look on the 28th, they were at, let's see, they were at, about, a penny and a half, and right now they're sitting at 2 pennies. So actually, they're doing pretty good if you think about it from a week standpoint. Just from a day standpoint, they were doing not so hot.
Right, right. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, true. But it's just still, man. That's huge. That's big right there. That's big for StormX. That's a big partnership right there.
Oh yeah, most certainly. It says as part of the sponsorship deal, the Trailblazers will reportedly feature the StormX logo on the team's jerseys for the next 5 years. But we already read that. The parties did not disclose the size of the deal, but said that they signed an 8-figure contract, including an arena branding, according to sponsorship experts. Jersey patch deals average around 10 million per year. In addition to the jersey patch, StormX and the Trailblazers will also partner to launch the first non-fungible tokens or NFTs based on the Game Day Poster Series, a series featuring unique designs of local artists for Trailblazers team. Um, Issued in the form of digital collectibles representing the team's posters. The Trailblazers NFTs will be rolled out later in July, according to the announcement.
Nice. That's awesome, man. That's really big. I'm really happy for StormX. I mean, they seem like they're a pretty legit project too, though. Uh, like they seem like they got their stuff together, but have you seen their logo? It's a lightning bolt. I like it. I like their logo right now.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the chart for them right now. This is
Yeah,
what
they're doing right, they're down negative 7.6% in the 1 day chart. They're up 56% though on the 1 week chart, according to Coinbase. I was just looking them up on Coinbase, see if I could buy some. I was gonna buy some.
But yeah, I mean, they're actually doing fairly well. I mean,
Yeah, they're not doing
they've
too bad.
they've been working really hard. I mean, StormX is I think they've been around for what is it? I think just over a year or so, something like. I think they're a fairly new uh
Project, yeah, I think so as well. I
mhm.
haven't really done a lot of research on them. I'm not even gonna lie. I seen them on Coinbase one day, and I was like, "Dang, dude, that sounds pretty cool." StormX, and then I seen that it wasn't tradable, so I was like, "Hey."
Yeah, I had continually checked up on it. So here's their website. The easiest way to earn crypto, no complicated crypto jargon. Just sign up, shop, and start your crypto cashback journey. Who said crypto had to be hard? And then this is talking, this is about their announcement with with the Trailblazers. They're also featured in Decrypt, Telegraph, Wall Street Journal, Forbes, Nasdaq, and Yahoo Finance. Shop and get paid. Yes, you read that correctly. It's really that simple. Just shop like you normally would at any of our 750 plus available shops and receive up to 85 or 87.5% crypto cash back. I'm kind of curious to hear about that one. But how? Simply put, we've combined our powers of blockchain with traditional cashback to create something magical. Better yet, it's so easy anyone can use it. Don't believe us? Just try. You download it onto the iOS or Android. Visit one of their stores and then get anywhere between 0.5% to over 87.5% depending on your StormX rewards membership level. See, I knew that there was something. I was like, there's no way. I was like that you could just go buy stuff, then essentially get 87% of it, back
But
without
you
there
have to
being,
stake,
huh?
right? You have to stake in order to earn.
Yeah, I imagine you have to stake a certain amount, and then on top of that, you have to be a certain level of rewards member. So you have to have you have to have a certain ranking membership with them as well.
Huh. I wonder what qualifies your membership. I
Uh,
wonder. I wonder if it's just your rewards. Oh, okay. So it's probably just your reward or your amount of tokens that you have. Maybe I'm not sure.
I'm not
I
sure
would.
either. We'll have to do a video on it. Over
That's what,
750 stores globally. So you have Uber, Sega, DoorDash, Lego, eBay, Macy's, Samsung, Nike, Windows, Lenovo.
yeah.
um,
So the more it's basically the more you hold is uh what what determines your ranking. Right here on their website, also, when you go to the reports page, it says, so how does it work? It's as simple as holding StormX tokens in your connected wallet. This unlocks the potential of your StormX account and gives you access to higher tier memberships. Each membership level bestows upon you the power of increased rewards and swifter payout times. Magical, right? So it seems like the more you hold is okay. Yeah, it's all right. So it's time to level up your bronze level. You will have 3,000 StormX to unlock. Your silver, 31,000 StormX to unlock. And the bronze gives you 1.25 cashback rewards. Silver 1.5. Gold gives is 310,000 StormX, and it gives you 2 times more cashback rewards plus 25% reward time reduction. Platinum is 3,100,000, gives you 2.5 cashback, 50% reward time reduction, which reward time reduction is what I think that is. It's the time it takes to receive your rewards. And then they have the diamond, which is whale status, 6,200,000 StormX to unlock it, 3.5 cashback rewards, and 75% real time or reward time reduction.
Yeah, so someone had said that they wanted to know what you think about AMP token. I think they unfortunately left in between asking and what you were saying. But what do you think about AMP token? How do you feel about that? And then I'll also I'll also bring it up here in a second.
Lees, if you are still here, I actually really like AMP. I think they have a very bright future. They got listed on Coinbase really fast, being tracked, and they're listed. I actually hold some AMP on my Coinbase. They gave you an opportunity to gain some for free. So I took the opportunity I took the chance and seized the opportunity to gain that in my portfolio. I really like AMP though. I think they have a really bright future. They're pretty strong. Their chart looks really good. They're up 2.37% on the 1 day. They're down 1% the 1 week, but 45% up on the 1 month. So they're doing really good. They're holding up really good. They're up 0.16% right now on the 1 hour chart. I only hold $2 worth at the moment due to, Coinbase only gives you $3 worth. But I really do like them. I think that this is going to be one of the stronger Ethereum tokens that have come out.
Yeah, I think pure case in point by being listed on Coinbase, that gives it a fair amount of validity.
Oh yeah, definitely. Not only that, but when you actually look at what it is, AMP. All right, so this is quoted from Coinbase. AMP is an Ethereum token that aims to collateralize payments on the Flexa network, making them instant and secure. If a Bitcoin or ETH payment fails due to unconfirmed or long transaction times, the AMP collateral can instead be liquidated to cover losses, while the vendor receives payment in fiat, potentially providing greater assurances to both parties. That's a great project. That's a fail-safe, and that's a great project right there.
Yeah, it's most certainly a fantastic project.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for asking, Lise. If you're still here, even if you're not, thank you for asking.
All right, so since we're already on CoinMarketCap, any gems you'd like to bring up?
You sure you're ready for that?
Maybe.
We're gonna talk about my favorite one right now. You obviously know Dogecoin is number 1, number 2, and number 3 in my book. Okay, but let's talk about baby Dogecoin, dude. Baby Dogecoin is rocking the freaking charts right now. They have been just destroying it. They're up 0.46% on the 1 day. They're up 34% on the 1 hour. They're up 0.4.
Yeah, it looks
The
like they're
1 day,
rocking today.
dude, they have been absolutely just going insane. On the 1 month chart, they're up 729%. So they started out real high on you know, at the very beginning, and they kind of just lost some price. It looks like, like they started out way higher than where they're at now, apparently, obviously. But that's where they initially started. But dude, I only spent maybe 80 cents, okay? My 80 cents is worth 420 right now.
Isn't that
So
just perfect?
super perfect. I mean, I'm about to, cheers to that here in a second, actually. But that much of an increase in just 2 weeks, dude. Like, we may have, I'm not gonna say anything like anything remotely close to something. Oh, we may have something better than Dogecoin, but we have something that, is giving us our chance again to make the same kind of money that people would have made had they been in on 0.002 on Dogecoin and then sold out at 70 cents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what
So
you're saying.
this baby Dogecoin is giving us an opportunity. But yeah, they are rocking the charts right now. Very, very pleased I invested when I did. Needless to say, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm praying for another dip. Like a huge one. I want to put like $10 into it, but I would still put $10 into it right now and be great. But a dip would be nice. Um, but yeah, dude, they're rocking it right now. They're doing really good. They just did a burn the other night. I think that's one reason why they're doing so well.
Could be. Could be.
Yeah, very well could be. I mean, another one we could talk about is Underdog. They're rocking the charts right now too, man. They're not doing like those crazy freaking numbers, 5,000 or 29,000%, but
Right.
they're up 17% on the 1 day, down 2% on the 1 hour, but they're doing pretty good, man.
I love how
They're
right here it still says even on their chart that June 10th that uh each one was worth 326,000. But it only has a 71,000 volume.
yeah, dude, that was like super pumped that day for some reason. I don't know what happened, bro. They must have found some crazy investor.
No, no, no. It was just some kind of crazy blip because they only had
Dude, that is not
71,000 in volume. How could it be
it's
worth
it's
more
not
than
a
its own volume?
it's not a crazy blip though, because it's on every chart.
Yeah, it's something to do with their contract. I'm telling you that much. Just because, like I said, the daily volume was only at 71,000. So how could your volume be far below what it was for the current price of the token?
Dude, we got Burn One in the house. I didn't even realize that. Hey, Burn One, what up? Dude, I don't know, but their token freaking pumped, bro. Freaking pumped. It's on every chart. So they hit those are crazy numbers, dude. Crazy numbers. So yeah, I don't know, but they're doing pretty good. Actually, and you know what's really wild that I just noticed that Burn One was, in the chat is that I was actually going to bring them up next.
Yeah,
Burn
I'll go
One
ahead and
is
pull them up.
Burn One is doing freaking amazing things. I believe we actually covered this. We may not have, but they signed up or partnered up with the Last Prisoner Project. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but it's to help reform and try it. I'll look it up and give you the direct exact. I don't want to put off wrong information, so I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Yeah, it looks like they had
So,
a pretty substantial dip here today. Um,
yes, I see. I noticed that they had a pretty heavy sell off. It looks like, but the Last Prisoner Project, real quick, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to cannabis criminal justice reform. So, and they're a really gigantic, like huge, gigantic charity and nonprofit across the country. So that was like a freaking epic move for Burn One to partner up with the Last Prisoner Project. I really, give them props for that. But in the chart's not the prettiest right this second. But Burn One's been working really hard. I know this for a matter of fact because I'm in their Telegram. I follow them on TikTok, and they're on TikTok doing giveaways and all sorts of stuff all the time. And or talking to the community. They're in Telegram. So we're seeing people take profits, but I think this project is going to blow up, and it's going to be one of the better BEP 20 contract projects listed.
yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of depends on what ends up happening with all this FUD with Binance. It just seems like one country after another is coming out and they're like, "Oh, I don't know, they lose." Yeah, it seems something that we need to look into. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, but you,
And okay, so let's talk about that really quick then. Let me just say Binance is okay, so people say Binance is centralized, right? I don't necessarily know if I agree with that as much as I do to disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I agree with that as much as I do disagree with that. So, like, you can report a wallet address on BSC scan and a contract address as a phishing scam. Now, I don't know exactly what they do with that information, right? I don't know what the process would entail after they receive said report, right? So that if they can like ban those addresses or something of that nature from acting on the network, then yeah, that would be centralized, right? That would have some centralized features. But I think Binance is just doing some very amazing things, like and not saying that they're doing better than Ethereum or this or that, but they're doing some pretty big things, right? And so that's putting them up pretty high on the monetary income scale. And once you get up that high and you're making money of that nature, you start getting third party hands that come in and start telling you what the fuck you can and can't do with your business and where you can and can't do business at. And that's the issues that we saw with John McAfee. Okay. That's the issues we saw with a lot of these, rich and famous people. Is once you reach a certain point of wealth and income, then you start getting people that come into, and you're not a power like Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates, but you're another power that like Binance, or another power like Ethereum, or another power in like not Bitcoin, because they don't have anybody to run their network. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't have anybody who's in charge, or they.
Yeah, I know that there's
But
people that run the network, but they're not in charge. I mean, there's
right,
developers who work
exactly,
on the code,
exactly.
but
Like you got devs there, right? But they don't have uh, a, a figure of. They have Satoshi Nakamoto, but they don't have a a physical human being that represents that network, right?
right,
And like it's Vitalik does for Ethereum and Billy M2K does for Dogecoin, and so I guess what I'm trying to get at is that once you reach a certain point of money, the government or you get that third party, and it's always not necessarily the government, but somebody of that same stature or higher that would come in and tell you, okay, this is what's going to happen, and if you don't, do it, then bye bye to your business, essentially. And
right.
so we're kind of starting to see that with the government regulations trying to take place into the cryptocurrency industry, where we're trying, that's our freedom away from them. And they're trying to invade that space now. And so that's just them showing us that they're willing to do whatever it takes to shut you down unless you comply with the laws and the regulations that they're setting in place. And that's kind of what I feel the FUD about Binance is, and why all these countries are just kind of, and get out of here.
Yeah,
Right? Who was it? England?
yeah, it was the UK.
Okay, so the UK. Okay, go figure. The UK is going to be one of the very first leading countries to ban a cryptocurrency exchange because they,
Well, I don't think
what
they
other
banned it.
what other reason is Binance not allowed there? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, something behind closed doors didn't work in England's favor, and they were like, okay, no, not happening. Like, I mean, there's no other real explanation for it unless Binance did some fraudulent, scammy shit. And I personally haven't seen them doing fraudulent, scammy stuff. I just see people using the network to do fraudulent, scammy stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I
So,
know what you're
so
saying.
just because someone has a tool and they offer it for the world to use, like Ethereum does with the Ethereum virtual machine, you can't blame the company and you cannot blame the person in charge of this company for what idiots are going to use the network for. And I'm not saying idiots because they're dumb. I'm just saying people that go on these networks and use them to be idiots and scam people, Like
Hmm.
you can't hate Binance for that. You can't hate Ethereum for that. It's not their fault that people, found a way to manipulate the language inside the programming to be able to take money from people.
So,
I'm sure that they knew that existed, and they could have. There's probably no way to put a failsafe in there to prevent that from happening. Because the compiler is still going to read it as computable code. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So that's my point there with that. So they need to stop spreading all that FUD about Binance and just let them continue business the way they were before you said no.
So this is apparently it says why has it been banned from the UK, and this is an article from the US Sun. It says the um, the FCA's decision to ban Binance in the UK represents a crackdown on the cryptocurrency market. It's one of the most significant moves by any global regulator against digital asset firm with subsidiaries around the world. The watchdog said Binance Market Ltd must not, without the prior written consent of the FCA, carry out any regulated activities with immediate effect. And all essentially this is that I think if I remember correctly, I think it was that they didn't ban the exchange. I think it was that I think it was that they took away the options or something like that. It said it added that the FCA told Binance that by June 30th, it must display a notice stating the Binance Market Limited is not permitted to undertake any regulatory activity in the UK or on its website and social media channels. The company must also now preserve information relating to the UK consumers and information that FCA. This has been done by July 2nd. However, the watchdogs have not yet explained why it had taken these measures. Binance has not yet launched its UK business services on its website, and it won't see a direct impact from Britain's Financial Conduct Authority notice. Uh, a separate legal entity does not offer any products or services via Binance.com website. Crypto exchange said Sunday on Twitter. The Binance Group acquired BML May 2020 and has not yet launched its UK business or used FCA regulatory permissions. Binance suspended withdrawals last month, announcing on Twitter that it has stopped withdrawals around the launch time on May 10th. So I think it was that they're going to go and launch over in the UK or something. I'm not exactly sure from the way that they described this, but
Yeah, it just sounded, the first time I read it the other day, it sounded like they were banning them from the way, and it could have just been the way that the bud spreading media put it in their article. You know what I'm saying? Because the media loves to rile people up through misinformation.
yeah.
They really do. They like thrive off of it, my man, and it just really, I don't know. It drives me personally. It drives me insane. That it's like I get to the point where I'm like, oh, this article is like 1% somewhat true and 99% nothing.
Yeah, basically like the JP Morgan with their staking when they were saying that. You know, there's plenty of places where you can go and stake, and so I mean, what they're saying, I mean, is pretty well already known by a large part of the crypto community already. Um, they're
Well,
not
yeah,
they're not they're not it's not like them coming out with that is making it appealing to people who don't understand cryptocurrency. That is something that's so heavily related to cryptocurrency that generally speaking, it's gonna be somebody that already has a previous knowledge of cryptocurrency. So it's not like it's something that's gonna entice new people who aren't already either involved with the market or understand the market. So it's just it's just something that's relatively empty. But moving forward, was there any other tokens that you wanted to bring up before we closed out the show tonight?
well, I mean, we talked about Burn One. We talked about underdogs. Uh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this token. I like it. You don't like the name. A lot of people really don't like the name, but it's called, it's Fleece token. But they're doing really freaking good, man. They're doing really good right now. I was looking at their chart earlier, and it was climbing the past couple of days, and they've had some pretty big buys on their token the past couple of days here. So they're doing really good. I don't know if you want to pull up their chart. Ticker symbol is QFT, but it's a pretty good coin, man. I like it. I really do. I'm not even gonna lie. I like the project. The woman who created it is a disabled veteran and registered nurse, so I mean, it just serves a good purpose. It's to empower women. So I don't know, but their chart it looks good, man. I like it. They're doing really good the past couple of days. And they've got some pretty big celebrities picking them up now, talking about them, buying into their token, and really getting in on board with the project. So
Yeah, they definitely had a pretty decent comeback from that drop on the 21st. It looks like they got about a 40,000 in LP, current market cap sitting at 127.
yeah, they're
Um,
doing good though. I mean, the chart looks great, regardless of they ate most of that dip right back up.
yeah, I mean, relative to their launch, I would say that they're doing relatively well. Because part of this is also based upon what ends up happening with Binance. So.
Right, of course, obviously, yeah. Most of these token projects are definitely. But I mean, if you scroll out to the 5 day chart, um, you can see where they had like a pretty drastic dip, right? Like a really drastic dip, and they came right back though, jumped right back up. I mean, they're doing relatively well. We're gonna,
Yeah, all in
after
all, I mean, from their initial launch, and we already know how this goes with these new coins. They always end up getting a good spike up, and then they usually end up going back down below. Or they end up going, they end up crashing down. But I mean, relatively speaking to that, if we look at this part of the chart, at essentially the beginning of the month, yeah, there was the significant run up, and then now they're currently sitting not so great. But relatively speaking, I mean, they're not realistically doing that bad when you consider the start of the month. They were at 5 zeros, 4-1, and now they're at 5 zeros, 1-8. So they only, it's a 75% loss from the beginning of the month to now. But if we go to where they're at now, from the 22nd when everyone dipped, they're doing substantially better. So
yeah, they're doing pretty good, man. Feg token too, man. We talked about them just Wednesday, but their Feg version X2, or Feg X version 2, my bad, sorry for that. Um, actually just went live recently. And from what I heard is that they wrapped a stable coin so you can earn rewards on a stable coin now, which is Tether.
that's what's up.
Pretty, yeah, pretty freaking interesting. So Tether's doing their dang thing, man. Or Tether, Feg Token's doing their dang thing, man.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean they definitely Feg token when it comes to them, they're definitely you can see that they have a lot more volume and volatility in comparison to some of these other smaller projects. But
they've been around for only a couple of months too. But this project is not playing games, man. They're here to stay. Fake token ain't going anywhere. If anything, it's going up. Eventually, we're going to start seeing a lot of these token projects teaming up with Feg token and FegX. I guarantee it.
yeah, I'm sure you're right. Any closing words before we close out the show?
Well, the only thing that I guess I could come up with off the top of my head is that so lately we've been talking about creating our own project. We have not launched it yet, but we have launched the socials. and I will pop them down. I will at least pop the Twitter page down in the um, chat. If you guys could please go give us a follow and a like right there on that page, that would be great. We are getting ready to prep ourselves, make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Me and X8, and we are putting together a team to make sure that this project moves in the right direction and in the proper steps. So if you guys could go give us a like there, Cyberbon is the name. Go give us a like, check us out, see what we're about, and hopefully we'll be launched by next week. I would like to say, but just want to make sure everything's right. That's about all I have to say before we close out. Is just letting the world know that we're getting ready to go live.
All right, everyone. Well, you heard it here first. So have a great weekend. Enjoy the 4th of July, and enjoy being with your friends and family. Crypto Invest is out.